Hello, Veronica. Nice to have you here.
Hello, Zhenya. My
Well,
name is Veronica in English.
Veronica, so they call you Veronica. With
They call me that.
for me, the immediate association is Veronica Castro,
Yeah, I do
uh,
remember.
soap operas. So now I will be always smiling, thinking of you as Veronica. Okay. By the way, speaking of your name, if I may, uh,
Mhm.
what is your surname? Like, what the history of your surname?
It's
So,
my,
so
it's my husband's surname. It's De Lazari. It's Italian. So his ancestors came from Greece, but earlier they came from Italy. hmm
do you feel like some change? Like when you took this surname, did you feel any change? So
Yes.
now you belong to this whole line of.
I think it's a beautiful surname. It's one of the reasons why I choose my husband. And yes, I do feel I belong to this family now because now we are working on a family book together. And yeah, it's a long story.
Well, speaking of cultures and places, where do you feel you belong? Uh,
Uh,
where are you from now?
it's an interesting question. I don't know. I don't have an answer to this question because I was born in Georgia. When I was a teenager, I moved to Moscow, to Russia, but I never felt in Moscow that no, like I'm at home. I worked in Estonia and I always wanted to live somewhere in Europe. So my dream has come true. We are in the UK now, in Scotland, and let's see what our life brings.
Well, do you think that a person needs some place to call home, to feel at home, to have some special connection to, or is it more convenient and even, well, more beautiful in a way, being the citizen of the world?
I don't know. I think people are different. For me, it's okay to be a citizen of the world, and I feel comfortable with my family. So where my family is, I feel home where my family is.
Yeah, I have discovered this for myself as well. When my daughter was born, I also came up with this idea like home is where she is.
hmm hmm
Mostly. Well, you have three kids. Did
Yes.
you always want to have such a large family?
Yes. I always wanted to have three kids. When my first son was born, I met a lady and we were friends, and she had three kids already. And I thought, that's my dream. I envy you. I also want to have three kids. hmm
Oh, I just can't help admiring you because, well, to me, it is such a huge responsibility. So you are definitely not afraid of taking responsibility, are you?
Um, I don't know. I think we share responsibility with my husband, and he also wanted a big family. So we are on the same page here, and I don't feel like I have huge responsibility. No.
You have some trust then. So
hmm I
feeling that you are not alone, and not only, I mean, not only your husband, but like some force, like the universe, something
mhm,
bigger than yourself.
yeah, I do have this feeling. I have a very good connection with the universe. Yeah.
Are there any special places like this one behind you in the picture where you feel especially connected to this eternity, to the elements, to the powerful forces which go far beyond human?
Mhm. It's almost everywhere in Scotland. I do love the nature here and I do love this country. And certainly, there are a lot of places in Georgia, in Russia, in Estonia, in Italy. Where else? I don't know. So I do have a lot of place where I feel connected.
Well, and yeah, this power, I mean, I can feel it when I see you, when I talk to you, even when I read your postings on Facebook or elsewhere, I feel this power. So it's not particularly surprising to me that you have three kids and a business, and you are also employed, like you have this experience of running three, at least three tracks, huge and important tracks simultaneously, being a business owner, being an employed specialist, a professional, and a mother. So how do you do that? And does it feel just natural to you, or does it take some specific effort? Time management should be rather tricky. Is it? Maybe.
I think it feels natural for me because I can't do one thing at a time. So I prefer multitasking, and it's boring for me just to focus on one thing. So when I was just a mom with three kids, I always I organized events for children. I was a baby swimming trainer.
Mm.
I taught swimming to newborns and to babies. So I always did something. I just can't stay at home and do nothing. That's not for me.
And that sounds so just like a dream for many of us. Well, tell me a bit about the business that you run. It's also not just something primitive. I mean, this is something unexpected for a person who is not a native speaker to run a language school. So, how did you start it? How do you work now? How many people do you have in your company? So, tell me about your business just a little.
Yes, we started this business together with Lena, my business partner, Lena Carter, who lives in Cambridge, near Cambridge in the UK. And she was not my friend, she was my colleague. So we met when I worked for another educational project. We met in Tallinn, Estonia, because she's from Estonia, and I worked in Estonia at that time. So she just came to me and said, I have an idea, and I have very good British tutors, so we could start this business together. And I can work with parents from the UK, and you can work with parents from Russia. So it was 5 years ago in 2020. And now our school is growing into from an online English school. It's growing into a educational consultancy, and we don't only teach English. We teach different subjects in English. We help preparing for different language exams, for IELTS, for school exams. What else? We have connections with some summer camps here in the UK, and we also help people who want to apply to unis in the UK and in Europe. And now we are growing an ecosystem. We have some knowledge and some skills, and we know people who have other skills. For example, our friends and partners, they are great educational consultants. For example, Katja Schubert, you know her and you work with her as well. So Katja is one of our partners, and many other wonderful people. So we are growing the system for parents and families who have moved from Russia or other Russian-speaking countries to Europe, to the UK, and they're trying to adapt in this in the new language environment, in the new educational environment. So that's our story.
Yeah, looks like you are really, really good at networking, at building partnerships, at sustaining relations, at teamwork. So I am also proud to be one of your partners now. So everyone,
Yes.
breaking news. Well, the partnership, me and Veronica, Veronica, I'm sorry, we are now offering
Mm-hmm.
with native speakers within, like as a part of my program, in Power program. So everybody who signs up for this program of mine can also have several sessions with natives, just,
Mm-hmm.
just the waters. So just to build up, so the challenges build up upon one another. So you start with me, then the group, then native speakers, then something in your own life, and it makes like a perfect spiral to me, or so it looks. And I'm really happy to have this as an opportunity for my students. So
Yes, Genia. And I'm really excited to have you as a partner.
well, has it always been like that? Or have you learned this networking skill, communication skill? Did you take any courses or something? So, how come you are so good at negotiations, partnerships, networking, being a hub for
Hmm.
everybody?
I think it was natural for me, but I was very shy when I was a child, very, very shy. So I think it took me quite a lot of time to learn how to uh, speak with people you don't know.
And now you are also working as an agile coach, right? A team coach.
Mm-hmm.
What does
Mm-hmm.
this position about, this role rather, what is this role about? So now let's talk about this part of your life where you are consulting businesses, where you are building teams not for yourself but for the others, like cross-cultural remote teams. So what does this role involve, and how did you start doing it?
Mm-hmm. I started doing it when I was in Moscow. I was just invited by a colleague of mine to be a consultant for his business. I was surprised, but I said, okay, yes, I can do it. I would be happy to do it. And then mm, I took a few courses, I think, on agile coaching, on organizational psychology, facilitation, and something else. I don't remember now. And then I moved to the UK. We moved here because of my husband's work. And I started so I already had our language school. So we started the school before I moved to the UK, but it wasn't enough for me, and I wanted to do something else. So I started looking for a job, and I just went to an event where I met my future colleague Peter, and he did a public talk on the same topic I used to do in Russia. So it was about agile project management, and I had a coffee with him and we talked and we started working together. And it was a very small project management consultancy based here in Scotland, but we worked with clients in the US, in India, in Colombia. Actually, it was the same client, but different teams, different departments. And it was like, I did it before. I did it before when I worked in Moscow. It was the same. I was located in Moscow and my team was in St. Petersburg. And another part of the team was located in Tallinn, Estonia. And we had exhibitions in Nuremberg, Munich, Prague, Bologna, Taipei, and some other cities. So I think it all started when I began working for an American company in Moscow. I was only 18 years old and I started as a receptionist. So I only answered the phones and sent the faxes. Do you remember the
Yeah,
fax
yeah,
machines?
I do. I am that old. Yeah, right. Even
Because
pages.
yeah, someone asked me yesterday, do you know what the fax machine is? And I said, yeah,
Mhm.
I'm very old. I do know. So since then, I have been working in different international environments, and I really enjoy it. And I'm still thinking that my English is not so good, but um, it it allows me this experience, and my openness allows me to work confidently, to work with different people from different countries, different cultures. And my agile coaching role involves coaching and group facilitation. So I did workshops, I did trainings. And for example, last year, it was the first time when I developed and delivered a course on agile project, sorry, agile project management in English. And it was a challenge for me. I never did it before. And of course, I was terrified. And but I did it, and it was a success. So, and I did it for native speakers, project managers, like senior level people from Houston, and they liked it. The feedback was really good.
Amazing. Yeah, I can imagine that feeling. I can relate to that. Like having done a workshop for American students recently. Yeah,
Mhm.
that's such a special feeling when you are presenting in front of the native speakers and they still have something to learn from you. And this is the communication which is genuine. Uh,
Mhm.
that's something just to wish for. I would love everybody to experience something like
Mhm.
but
Yeah.
well,
And And my work as an agile coach is all the same. It's about connecting people, building the bridges between different teams, different people, and helping teams connect better and work better. So,
that's exactly what we are going to talk about
mhm,
in the webinar, which we are now planning with Veronica. So everybody who is working in the international environment or the ones who would love to start working, but something scares you and you are not sure whether you can communicate in all the different Englishes with all the different people scattered around the world. Well, Veronica knows quite some tips how to go about it. Like she has quite some experience of her own successes and failures and funny situations. So this is what we are going to cover. So who could benefit from that? I mean, from the webinar that we are planning.
I think anyone who has this kind of fear and who wants to start working in English.
Yeah.
Anyone,
And
managers, team members, just anyone.
it's going to be free of charge. So
Mhm.
just don't miss out on this opportunity. Doesn't happen very often, although Veronica is very generous, yet very busy. So now that we are doing it, please sign up. And the last question, the thing that I ask everybody is like, what would you say to those who are struggling with English and their fears and some, like a lack of confidence and they're at the beginning of their career in the international environment and well, not much experience, no
Mhm.
confidence, a lot of fears. So maybe at some point you felt this way and you could look back at that self of yours and address people who are going through that now.
Mhm. Mhm.
Say to them.
I think I still feel the same. I always feel the same. And I think all you need is practice. Just go and practice. Just be brave and start doing something in English. That's it.
Yeah, this is something that I love about you, doing that simultaneously, like being scared, still doing something, like not trying to get rid of the fears altogether, not waiting till it happens because it never happens.
Mhm.
Just doing it all. You can manage that. You can manage your fears and your job, guys, at the same
Mhm.
time.
Yes, and you can go forward in steps, just small steps, one by one, and you will be there.
Yeah, the first one is listening to our interview. So you've done it. You can tick it off your list because it also is one of your steps that you have just made. So
Mm.
just don't forget it, don't overlook it. And
Yeah,
this is
I
your
agree.
commitment already. And with that, we are leaving you till our webinar. Bye bye,
Thank you,
everybody.
everyone. Thank you, everyone. We are really looking forward to this. What will it be? A webinar. Yeah.
Yeah, I guess so. Mhm.
Mm.
Thank
Thank
you.
you. Bye.